What's up, everybody? Rothstein here. Betting Public Sports Show. Famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show. All right. Today is Thursday, August 31st, 2022, pardon me. August 31st, 2022. Okay. I don't got any action today, so if you feel like you got a gambling problem, you can watch this show. I don't have any action. But as you know, the podcast for sports betting action comes back tomorrow. Tomorrow we got football, right? Got some college football action. We got some, we got college football action tomorrow night, then NFL next weekend, all right? Next week, Thursday. So, we're about to be in that time where all the sports kind of combined. Football, baseball, college football, NBA and NHL, all five will be going on at the same time in about a month or two. All right. But I digress. We ain't got no action today, like I said, but don't forget to like and subscribe, sign up for notifications on this show. Do that now. Okay. And don't forget the podcast goes Thursdays through Sundays. On Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, TuneIn, about 10 different places you can find it, all right? We do videos on this channel, usually Saturdays and Sundays, although I'll tell you now, I might not be able to get one out Saturday this week. And since there's no Sunday action, well, there's some college action Sunday, but I probably won't be able to get one this weekend. Now I'm looking at my schedule. I apologize. I'll try and squeeze one out. I might. I don't know. Just look. If it's out, it'll be out by 10 a.m. Saturday morning. All right. And don't forget, I'm on Twitter at Biggie Rothstein, BIGGIEROTHSTEIN. On Instagram at Fame_Rothstein, FAME_ROTHSTEIN. Okay. But yeah, let's get into it. I want to talk about Lizzo. My man, Aries Spears, New York comedian, from Mad TV. That's where he got famous from. Mad TV. He does good impersonations too. Mainly New York characters, New York, New Jersey characters. LL, Cool J, DMX, Jay-Z. Does a good Tony Soprano impersonation. I saw him and Godfrey doing that. Him and Godfrey. Godfrey was acting, Godfrey does the Steve Harvey. Kills it. But Aries killed that, if you watch The Sopranos, he killed that Tony Soprano shit. But yeah, he's on another channel I like. I don't have a problem saying it. The Art of Dialogue. If you don't watch that show, Art basically talks a lot of like hip hop stuff. He's basically like a Black Vlad. Talks a lot of hip hop stuff, but he mainly talks about like the Tupac shit. What was it? Death Row and Bad Boy saga from the mid 90s. I've talked about that stuff back on his channel. Way back when, it was just a hell of a time to be alive, especially be a young man, 18, 19, 20 years old, 21. That was a crazy time, but Art talks about it a lot. That's mainly what he talks about. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he seems to be he's clearly a Tupac fan, but I fuck with his channel. He's good. And he's doing this interview with Aries Spears, and Aries Spears done took over the internet because he basically said that Lizzo, the singer Lizzo, she had the song, why a man gotta be great until it's time to be great. Yeah, I forgot the name of the song. Bum, 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 bum. I can't think of the name of the song. She had another little jingle. I'm feeling good as hell. Something like that. Lizzo, she's not threatening. But yeah, he said that, Aries said that Lizzo, she's a black female, oversized, a little big. But like I said, she does make good music. I mean, her jingles, they're not bad. They're not for me, 40-something black man, but I get them. They're all right. They're nice little jingles, you know. And Ari Spears said that she looks like the bowel movement emoji, that famous bowel movement emoji that everybody has on their phones and social medias. Yeah, you know, Art's like going off. I mean, Art, let me tell you something about the art of dialogue. Art, I've never met the brother. If I ever see him, I'm going to dap him up, you know, show him love because I fuck with him. But he's got the worst laugh you've ever heard in your life. He's got the worst laugh you've ever heard in your life. You know, you know, like I said, but, you know, everybody's going off on Ari Spears, you know, because, you know, Lizzo's been taking, something about one of her social medias is Lizzo beating or something like that. She's been taking a beating the past couple years. I mean, it started with, I want to say it started with, I could be wrong, but I want to say it started with Dr. Boyce Watkins, the black stocks and financial kind of guru. You know, he's of that conscious community with Tariq Nasheed. I know that last time he wasn't cool with Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, whatever they got going on. But I know he's down with Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Claude Anderson. You know, he's a part of that little, that whole crew of, you know, the black conscious community, I believe they're affectionately called. But yeah, he started, you know, he kind of went off on Judge Joe Brown. Remember him? Judge Joe Brown from the show. He's on Twitter going off on Lizzo. And because, you know, I mean, she's at a Lakers game years ago. It was like right around the time Kobe died. She was at the Lakers game and had her butt cheeks out. Like literally butt cheeks out, skin and everything out of whatever those pants they were hanging out of those, you know, cut out. The butt was cut out and her butt cheeks are out there, you know. So she's basically sitting on Lakers stuff, bare-assed for the most part. Then I mean, gross, whatever. I'm not saying all that. It was just very, very publicly unacceptable. And you know, so she's been taking a lot of beatings, you know, from people, you know, mostly black men and some women. You know, people are saying, oh, it's unfair to do that to her. She's only 31 years old and, you know, she's a young girl, leave her alone and this and that. You're always doing this to black women and all this and all that. It's kind of like Judge Joe Brown said. The scorn for Lizzo is coming for her public indecency. Having her ass out, always twerking somewhere. Okay, yeah, she can twerk while playing the flute. That's cute. We got that. That's cute. But, you know, just twerking everything. Like, lady, chill. But I get it. It's her time in the sun. She's going to bask in it. You know, pop a little shit, talk a little shit, do whatever, you know. And I get it. She's talented, just doesn't have a personality. Her personality's whack. But she is talented. But like I said, Ari Spears said that about her. Then Mike Epps came to her defense, shitting on Ari Spears like he ain't been on TV since Mad TV and all this and that. I'm like, we can say what we want about Ari Spears. Sorry, guys, I'm expectorating. We can say it with juicy mouth, motherfucker. But we can say what we want about Ari Spears and whatnot. But the fact remains is that he ain't lying. I'm not saying she looks like the bowel movement emoji, but you know, it's like I said, it's what Judge Joe Brown said. It's the public indecency. You ain't got to do all that, sis. You know, I mean, the flaunting obesity, you know, and all that. I mean, Monique, you remember the comedian Monique? When she first came through, she was talking all that big girl shit. As she got older and matured, she realized that's not healthy. Lost weight. You know, she's not skinny anymore, but I'd probably say she lost 50, 75 pounds than from the first time we saw her. You know, she's still a big girl, but at least she looks shapely and like she did some working out and tries to. like the NFL, somebody tried to say the, fat linemen in the NFL flaunt obesity. No, that's kind of their job, to be big as fuck like that. There I go expectorating again. But that's kind of their job, to be big as fuck. 300 pounds, 350 pounds, because eating damn, 12 sandwiches shit. Like he said on, what was that Eddie Murphy movie? Harlem Nights, old fat 12 sandwich eating motherfuckers. They supposed to do that because a lot of them, the minute they retire, they drop 100 pounds instantly. They go from 340 to 240. Still bigger than the average human, but that, nowhere near their playing weight. Kind of like boxers. Boxers blow up. A lot of boxers blow up when they retire. Why? They're not doing all that running to keep their weight down. Who was that guy? Marcos Medino? The guy who beat Adrian Broner, then fought Floyd twice. He fat as fuck. Prince Nassim Ahmed, you remember him from the 90s? The one-arm boxer? All he threw was lefts. All he threw was left haymakers. Big as fuck nowadays. Looked like he ate a Prince Nassim Ahmed. Ricky Hatton, big as fuck. A lot of, I'm telling you. Sugar Ray pretty much still, Thomas Hearns, those guys look the same. But a lot of those, Roberto Duran, big as hell. But a lot of those boxers, they do that. They gain up weight. And so that's what I'm saying about Lizzo. When she gets older, she's 31. At some point, she's going to start taking that off. She's got to. A doctor, health professional, somebody on her team's got to tell her that's unhealthy to be that big in your 30s. It's cool when you're 20, knocking back all the mimosas and Jack and Cokes and shit. Fried chicken, 6-piece at Popeyes, as everybody says. All that shit. That's cool when you're 20. Get to 32, shit start to slow down a little bit. Can't do that. Then when you get 40, you better not do that. That's what they say. All these, like a lot of rockers, they're still living in their 70s. Rappers were dying in their 50s. Why? From going hard, bad diet. And that's all they're saying about Lizzo. Like, you don't need to flaunt being unhealthy and obese, because white women don't do that. So they find a big white woman, they start cutting at her. The only one they didn't shut down was Rosie O'Donnell. But Rosie O'Donnell is, gay. What was her name? Melissa McCarthy? The Mike and Mike show? Or what was her? Not Mike and Mike. Mike and Melissa show? She was big as fuck. So I like that show. It was two fat motherfuckers. They looked like it wasn't like the King of Queens. Where this fat dude got a badass baddie with a basic gig. No. I don't know what the backstory is. Maybe they knew each other when they were younger or whatever, but that's usually not gonna happen. Like a fatty with a baddie. Leah Remini or whatever. However, yeah, like that. Melissa McCarthy, he was a cop, I think, or whatever. They were both big. It looked organic. Okay? But you ain't seen her since. And I think the last time we saw her, she was on some losing weight shit. Some other blonde white lady on some losing weight shit. Like Ashley Graham. The white model with the biracial kids. She's got a couple kids out there, she's flaunting that bigness, stretch marks and all that shit, but she keeps having kids. So she's going to get a pass. The minute she stops having kids, that model shit over. You better get back slim and fit. Being big is unhealthy. I was bigger than I am. Started working out, slowly losing weight. But so yeah, that's it. That's the thing with Lizzo. Nobody hates you. People think you're talented. You gotta help. You had a couple jingles. It's just the public indecency that we can't get over. That's what catches that's what grinds everybody's gears. It's not because you're a black woman, not because you're a big woman. Stop all that excuse making. You're just too damn big to be flaunting that type of shit. You know, but I digress. And that Art of Dialogue interview with Aries Spears. I mean, he called Lil Wayne a gargoyle. Said Kanye West was corn pop cereal. You know, the most overrated cereal ever. Like, you got to see, he goes off, man. Aries, he's a comedian, so he's talking shit a little bit. But yeah, you got to see it. But then they came up with some receipts on Aries and showed him kissing a man in a video. I think that was a Mad TV skit, if I'm not mistaken. I vaguely remember it. But yeah, man. But that's all I got. You know, one day I think, don't forget, like I said, I don't have a problem shouting out other people's channels. Like, I might shout out the Art of Dialogue. I might do that again today. Just shout out all the channels I fuck with. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I want to see you blow up. You know what I'm saying? Just like word of mouth, couple, there's about 50,000 wire channels, but two of them I particularly like. I might tell you about them later. Talk about them. Matter of fact, I'll tell you one of them. A Man's World. This dude named Schwartz admits he used to be a Molly head. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do a video later today or next week about just shouting out all the YouTube channels I fuck with. All right, whether you fuck with them or not, or they fuck with me or not. I don't have that many subscribers and whatnot. And this is sports betting, very niche audience. Very niche audience in sports betting. That's why I'm not really tripping on it, because I am Ohio's handicapper. I'm Ohio's capper. I'm the best goddamn handicapper in Ohio, in the Midwest. Shout out Chicago. Okay. Shout out Naptown, Indianapolis, right next door. Hour and a half from me. Shout out to everybody. But I am the Midwest. I think I'm going to do that later, but I'm going to leave this. I'm going to kill this video right now, and we'll talk about it later. But yeah. The action comes back tomorrow. We'll holler at you soon. Until then, be well. Peace.